don't know how it got to be Monday. I feel like there's some days missing. Anyway, time is running short. We have a few episodes left until this all must come to an end, one way or another. It's Monday, it's Monday, it's Monday, it's Monday. It's Monday, somehow. It's Monday. I don't quite know how it's Monday, but it's Monday. I don't know how it got to be Monday, quite honestly. I don't know what happened to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you know, sometimes these things just end up on the editing room floor, don't they? Don't they? I know y'all don't want to see how the sausage is made, the rancor behind the scenes, but there has been some, you know, just to address it, there's been some dissension on the team. Just a little, you know. Some members of my team who, you know, maybe haven't always agreed with my way of doing things. That's fine. But that all ends now. We're going to put all that behind us. All of it. We're going to focus on what we're here to do as a team. As a team. And that is the stitching. Creating this phenomenal thing that we are creating. Whatever it is. I mean, I know you guys are back there plotting and whatever, having your little conversations. We're here to make a YouTube crafting show together. And that's what we're going to do. All of us. In unison. Pulling together. We're all one big happy family, aren't we? So let's put all this fussing and a feuding behind us. Let's make the best damn YouTube crafting show the world has ever seen. Editing Mary? You know we're friends. Right? Right. All right, so today, in the time I have left that has not been edited away from me, I am going to dive into the eyeball, the massive central eyeball. Just sink into the gaze of the eyeball. I really do need to get to stitching. Time is very short. Time is very short. Not a lot of time left. All right, well, a lot of little things to do. Let's do some little things. Let's do some hyperlapsing. And got some music made. That was good. Do some beading. I think I got my whole beading scheme in I earlier this week at some point. I don't quite know when. One of those days that were taken away from me, oddly enough, by the subversive elements of my team. I laid out all my beads. I laid out all my findings. I kind of figured out exactly what I'm going to put where. So I feel like I'm really pretty solid on that. I got all my beads. I got everything I need. Now I just need to get to work. You just gotta stop resisting. Just don't resist. You just gotta surrender. You gotta surrender and submit. That is the secret. Be that as it may. Y'all don't need to see the behind the scenes. Do I have us framed up? Yeah. I think I got this frame a little bit better. I think I fixed it. Well, I took it apart and put it back together. At least it doesn't squeak. It doesn't really rotate either, but... All right, well... I'm going to get to stitching. I'm going to stop all this. It's a very short week, you see. Don't have much time. Time is running short. I need to finish Celebrate Your Shame here. Maybe do a little bit of beading here. I have decided I am going to do beads in here. I think they're going to look cool. I think I'm going to do a little bit of Palestrina stitch to decorate the edges of this gold trim. Work on these cards, definitely. Then I think I'll be pretty, you know, and then there's some bits and bobs, like I got some little things I got to do. I got some French knots I got to finish up here. Finish up my cretin stitch over here. But then I think I'm getting pretty close to being able to re-roll this and work on this edge over here, which is good. And then, once I've got all that done, I have permission. I will give myself permission to lose myself in the eyeball. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. We're going to get this project done. We're going to get the wash and go soaked off. Ooh, I hate this wash and go. All right, well, let's get to stitching, shall we? All right. Here on Stitchin' with Salt, let's go. Monday night. It is 10 p.m. and I've been playing catch up all day, trying to make up for my lost weekend. We have some positive news, and we have some things that I wasn't terribly happy with. I finished this Celebrate Your Shame as I wanted to. I didn't even do it on camera because you've seen me celebrate my shame many a time. I laid in a couple more eyeballs, little tiny eyeballs. I just tacked on the findings because when I re-roll it, I'm going to have to take them off, but I wanted to space them and make sure all the spacing was good. I thought I might do some additional shading in here. I don't think I'm gonna, but at least I have the stitching done on those. I also tacked in these findings down here. Again, I'm tacking some of these findings on because my whole idea, my scheme for these findings is that they're gonna hide some jankiness. I want to make sure they're gonna sufficiently hide the enormity of the jankiness that we have in some parts of this, this piece. Got the beading done in my arrows. I love it. I think it's very colorful. I came up with a new kind of a thing that I hadn't even planned on, kind of a shading thing down here, which I love because it kind of looks like wings a little bit. It looks like a scarab and wings and such. I kind of tidied up these guys down here. So I put Palestrina stitch along the top edges of this gold gimp. And I love the way it looks, and it helps hold down that gimp. I don't even know if I was doing the Palestrina stitch right, because I can do it in one direction, but then if I try to reverse directions, sometimes it gets a little bit more challenging for me. I did Palestrina stitch there, and then I did Palestrina stitch on these two, because I like it. It kind of looks like a caterpillar or something. And then I decided, as I was working on these cards, that I was going to go ahead and duplicate this yellow kind of box woven stitch thing. I don't know if that was a mistake. It may end up being one of the biggest mistakes in the history of all embroidery. I'm not quite sure. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It's certainly far from the best. It was a problem trying to get over the edges of the gimp and so forth. I had a kind of a different stitch pattern I thought about using, and I was like, man, I got so many stitches in here. I just want to kind of have a little more consistency. Furthermore, I have a really cool beading thing that I'm going to do. And I had figured out what I want to do on this, and I thought, well, I could do it there and I could do it there, and it would look really cool together. So hopefully this will look better as time goes on. I still don't quite know what I want to do in between these two little caterpillars of gold gimp. I'm almost thinking maybe I'll do something else like leaves or like little small leaves or something. I don't know. I got to think of something. But I'm kind of tying these cards a little bit more closely together now, I guess. All that being said, it's now 10 p.m. I got all this done. My primary goal, the thing I was going to reward myself with, was working on the eyeball. And now I'm thinking, man, it is probably a little late for me to start working on the eyeball. I should probably work on the eyeball when I'm fresh. What I might do tonight, since I still have a tiny little bit of gas left in me, just a tiny little bit, I may, to try to make myself feel better about how odd this whole woven... Why did I do another woven stitch, man? I've forgotten everything about how much I am not good at woven stitches until I started it, and then I went, wow, I really am not great at woven stitches. Maybe what I'll do, since this woven stitch card is in the middle, I could do my beading on this. So I could do the beading and show how that's going to look and show how sparkly that's going to be, and that might make me feel slightly better about life. And then tomorrow, I can finally dive into the eyeball. Tomorrow will be my major eyeball day, my massive eyeball day. So I think what I'll do with the slight bit of gas I have left in my tank, maybe I'll couch this down, I'll do the beading on this. That won't take me too long, she says. It is a mighty, mighty struggle. Anyway, that is the update. All is going well. All is going well. I gotta get this series moving along. I know I'm going real slow. It's only so fast you can go with this junk, you know what I mean? It's you watch the hyperlapse and you think it all goes super fast, but it takes a lot longer than you think. All right, well, that's it for Monday. I will not talk to you again until tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Man, lost weekend. I tell you what, lost weekend. It wasn't a lost weekend. I mean, I was doing stuff. I know what I was doing, I think. Anyway, yes. All right, tomorrow, massive central eyeball. Okay, bye. It's eyeball day! It is eyeball day. It's Tuesday, but it's eyeball day. Eyeball day! That is big eyeball day. It is big eyeball day. Got my colors all ready. Got everything ready to go. I'm diving in. And that's about all I wanted to say, is to say happy eyeball day to you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Celebrate eyeball day with me, won't you? Here on Stitchin' with Salt. let's, now I got to reset everything. I just got us all set up. I want to say something. What do I want to say? Well, last night I did stay up late and worked on the beating, so I like it. Feeling fresh, feeling alive, awake, alert, and enthusiastic. Realized that I may have actually mistakenly glued this down by accident because I was gluing a little gem in here and may have actually gotten a little glue on the fabric. You know, this project, it's going in some interesting directions, I have to say. Let's get to it. Massive central eyeball. Go!
happy birthday today.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday today.
Oh, let's do a wrap up. Okay. All right. It is Tuesday evening. It is 5:27 p.m. I have been stitching on the massive central eyeball since like 10 a.m. I don't even want to think about how long I've been stitching on this thing. It was a long slog, but it was rewarding. It was like What was it like? It was like an act of adoration. An adoration for my wonderful eyeball. I have a great feeling of peace and tranquility. Now the eyeball has merged into the world. The eyeball. The eyeball has arisen! Oh boy. I am happy. I am satisfied. I am pleased. I am well pleased with my eyeball. Oh boy. That was a lot of stitching. I decided to make the iris bigger, or whatever, the pupil bigger, and I really like it. I mean, I'm just overall generally very happy. There are several things I need to do. Oh golly Moses, where's Pointy Pointer? Pointy Pointer's gone. Oh, there's Pointy Pointer, staring me right in the face. One of the things I will do, I did on that one back there, is, so where I did this stitch in here, it's, I don't know what you'd call it. It's technically, I think it's kind of a long and short stitch, but it's totally not. It's literally just random stitches, basically. And some of them are super, super long. So I will need to couch them down. What I did in that one is I couched them down with some of the red sparkly, because I think that will be really cool and it will look like little blood specks or something. I may go in and add a few more stitches here and there where there's little blank bits. I wanted it to look really super organic and just nuts. And I think I achieved that. There's more to do here. I just laid in, so this black and gold kind of supposed to echo the black and gold over here. Right now it's way too regular. I want to make it much more random. On that one I did it as a blanket stitch, but there's no reason to do it as a blanket stitch. So I'm not going to take this out, but I'll probably add some more around the edges and just kind of give it a little more texture and all that. But I'm set up for next week. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do now. I know what I'm going to do with these arrows here. I know how I'm going to address this circle. I know how I'm going to address this. I have all the answers. All of the answers have been revealed to me by staring deep into the eyeball. So, next week, what I would love to accomplish, if I could, and I don't know if I can, but if I could, I would love to get the wash and go off. I'm dying to see how this looks on the black silk, number one. And number two, I'm also dying to confirm that everything is not completely janked up under the wash and go. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? I don't know. I really just want to get the wash and go off. Anyway, if I can do that next week, I will do that next week. That would require me, at the very least, laying in all the design lines. At least, you know, like there's a ton of stem stitch to do. There's a ton of, you know, these woven stitches that I'm so not good at, that I will have to replicate. Ton more beading to do. Ton more everything to do. And I know that time is getting short. Time is getting short. Can't have a YouTube series last forever, you know? You gotta bring it to an end at some point. So I'm gonna continue to proceed and make progress. I mean, as I think you've seen, if you've been watching, and there's no guarantee that you have, if you've been watching, I think you will realize that I work pretty darn hard, and I try to get a lot done in every episode. So even if it's not going as quickly as one might hope, it's going as quickly as I can humanly make it go. I'm only one human. But now, perhaps I am more than human. Now I have the power of the eyeball on my side. I just figured out so much this week. And it wasn't even a whole week. It was like 2 days. I lost several days. But I want to say something right now. I want to bury the hatchet with Editing Mary. Editing Mary, I want you to know. First of all, I'm sorry I slammed that down because I know you have to edit that out because it makes a loud sound. Editing Mary, I want you to know. I was too hard on you. Very, very much too hard on you. You're a valuable member of the team. The eyeball has given me a feeling of peace, love for all humankind, centeredness. So I just wanted to say, Editing Mary, I apologize. I sincerely, deeply, profoundly apologize for my harsh words, unkindness. And I resolve to be a kinder, more understanding boss going forward. And just to show you my affection and care, I have left a little present for you in the break room, which is the refrigerator. So, please enjoy it. And also, I'm very sorry that there's going to be a lot of hyperlapse this week. And I know I promised you, Editing Mary, that I would have all the footage to you by like Monday. But, well, you know, I basically sew it all day today. I'm sorry. So. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Cake is cake.
Aren't we supposed to be keto?
Yeah, well, when she stops drinking a case of Rainier a week, I'll stop eating cake.
Give me a bite.
No, you lost. My cake. I'm the employee of the month.
Okay. What else did I want to say? Oh, man. You know, there is nothing like a cold Rainier after frickin' 18 hours of stitching. Whew, that was a lot of stitching. A lot of stitching. It was one of those situations where, one of those sessions where, I don't know if you guys do this, or if anybody who's watching this, if anybody's watching this, which I'm not sure anybody probably is, but whatever. Do you ever do that thing where when you really want to focus, you literally just put one song on repeat and you just listen to it for like 100 repeats? That's what I did today. I put on, who is it? Becoming Insane by Infected Mushroom. That's a damn good song. Taught me a lot of things. Next week, we're going to keep working on this. We're going to keep moving forward. I'm going to get a lot done. And boy, if we could get this wash and go off, whew, we'd be cooking with gas. I may add some beads to the cretin stitch. I mean, if there's a place to add beads or gold or findings or trim or foolishness, I will find it. I will add more. I will continue to add more. I will keep adding more. If there's more to, if there's an empty space, like I'm looking at these empty spaces here and thinking, what can I add there? I guess I have a fear of empty spaces. Okay, wait, outro. Yes. Wrap up. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay current on the updates for the Chaos Tarot spread. I wonder if I should start calling it the eyeball spread, because it's all about the eyeball at this point. Look at that eyeball, man. That is, I could just stare at that all day. I don't know if I'd say it's beautiful or terrifying, or a little bit of both. I guess that's it. I'm sorry, Editing Mary. You're going to have to edit all day tomorrow. I apologize. But go hit the break room. I mean the refrigerator. See y'all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Or whatever. Oh, yeah. Okay. Bye.